Okay, I'd like to do a video on how to solve the practice example for Word, practice exam for Word, and you can see here I'm on the course web page, and you scroll down to all this stuff, get to the Microsoft Word section, and then I have the practice exam right here. And so here's the exam, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. Actually, I'm going to slide this over off the screen. And I'm opening Word right now. And there's Word. I think you can see it. I'm going to expand it a little bit here. And so I have this on my other screen. So I'm going to run through these steps right here, which you can see also. And then I'm going to apply those steps to this document. So the first one was to open the document, which we did. The second one says add a title page with the title Presidential Anecdotes. And so what I'm going to do is I put my cursor in the very top here, and I am going to go to Layout, Breaks, and I want to insert a section break next page because I want to make that a title page. And very importantly, I'm going to turn the reveal codes on to make sure that my cursor is in front of the section break. And then I'm going to start typing hold on, I'm moving something out of the way over here. Typing my title. And it says, add a title page with the title Presidential Anecdotes. Actually, it says to use Word Art. So to get to Word Art, I go to Insert, Word Art, and I'm going to select, I don't know, this one here. Presidential Anecdotes. Okay. And I'm just going to keep that default. And then underneath it, it says to put your name and today's date. And today is 10/10/2017. And what else does it say? Our course title. Okay, I'm going to take out this extra space here. Use the font size and font type of Arial Black. Didn't say the size, but I'm going to make this Arial Black. And I'm going to make it around like 20. Okay. All right. It says, note that you'll be adding a header later that should not be included on your title page. I mentioned that there because this section break next page solves that problem. I'm also going to center this left to right. There's an image of how it should look like. That's the center right here. And then the tricky part is they want it centered top to bottom. That's in Layout, Page Setup, the Layout tab. If you remember this, vertical alignment, I want it to be center. And I'm going to apply to this section. I could do the whole document, but apply to this section. That's the nice thing about having that section break next page. So if you see, that's my title page, and there begins my document. So I'm holding control and zooming with my mouse, by the way, if you're wondering how I'm doing that. Okay. It said include an image of one of the presidents on the cover page from the internet. Okay. So I'm going to bring my browser over here. Go to images.google. Type George George Washington. There he is. And I'm just going to take this picture right here. View image. I'm going to right click, copy, drag my browser back out of the way, put my cursor right after the one, hit enter, and I'm going to right click and paste. And I'm also going to make sure he's centered. Okay. It doesn't look centered to me, but I guess it is. And let me turn off the reveal codes and see how this looks. Yeah. A little big. I'm going to shrink the image down just for the heck of it. Okay. I'll put a space here. All right, good. All right. I'm back to the instructions. So now I'm going to put 10-point book Antigua font for the body. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to select with my mouse the rest of the text. And I'm going to make it book. Just start typing book Antigua, and there it is. And I wanted it 10-point. It's kind of small, but it is what it is. And then it says move. It says not to do that to headings, but that's all right. We'll fix that later. Move each president's name to its own line, making it heading style 1. Okay. So basically, that instruction means to do this. Put each president on its own line and make it heading style 1. Okay. And that's an easy one. Then the next bullet says modify heading style number 1. So there's a purple border below the style, and the font matches the text size 16. So I highlight this, make it heading style 1, then I'm going to modify heading style 1. Well, let me go ahead and make all these heading style 1 first. I should have done it when I did the thing. Okay, so these are heading style 1. Then I'm going to modify heading style 1. I'm going to make the font, the book Antigua, except size 16. It's already sitting at 16, and it wants an underlined purple border. So you go to format, border. I would like purple. Doesn't matter what shade. I'm going to pick the 3/4 point, but it didn't specify, and then you actually have to apply it right there. Hit OK. That's what it's going to look like. Hit OK. I'm going to take another modify real quick on this, and I want to see my paragraph real quick. 12 before, 3 after. I'm going to leave it like that, but that's why there's a big space right there. Let's just leave it like that. That looks okay. And see how nicely that changed all the headings very nicely. Okay. Apply full justification to the body of the document. So again, I'm going to select the body. And full justification is this thing right here. I'm in the Home tab. Full justify. It makes that straight line on the edge. Very nice. Make spacing for the document 1.5. I should have left it selected. Right here, does it say 1.5 or 1.5? Oh, it does say 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Add a hyperlink to a relevant website about the president of your image. So I did George Washington. So I'm going to come over here. I already have oh no, I don't. Go to Google. Type in George. There he is. I'm just going to click this first Wikipedia site. I'm going to grab this URL. I'm selecting the URL, hitting Control C, slide this out of the way. I'm just grabbing any URL about George Washington. Okay, highlight his name, right click, and do hyperlink, and then paste that URL into it. So what's going to happen if someone opens this document up electronically, they could do a control click on George Washington, and it would go to that Wikipedia page. All right, so that's that bullet. Add a small image of Lincoln to his paragraph wrapped tight so the text wraps around it. Get the image from the internet. Okay, we got to go back to the internet here. Um, okay, we grab Lincoln, view image, right click, copy, drag that back over, click right in the Abraham Lincoln text, and I'm going to right click and do paste. Yeah, it's obviously way too big. So I'm going to click on the image. I'm going to resize that image. To something about that big. And now it says to wrap tight. So go to Format, Wrap Text, Tight. And it actually readjusted everything when I did that. So I'm going to move it back here because I like having the image up in the front there. Okay. Let's see. Set body margins to 1 inch all the way around. Go to Layout, Margins, Custom, and I'm just going to hit a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 1. You could use the little spinners, but... So it changed the margins. That's that bullet. Add spacing and general formatting to make the document look more attractive. I think it's okay the way it is. I'm not sure what I meant by that. Header with your name on the left and page number on the right. Do not include this header on the title page. This is the hardest thing in the whole test. So I'm going to double click on the image here in the header. I'm in the header footer mode, right? So I need a D-link. Notice how that's not highlighted anymore. That's a toggle. And I'm going to put my name. And then remember the tabs. I'm going to put a right tab over here, and I'm going to tab once, well, I guess twice because that center tab was sitting there, but it doesn't matter. Page number, current position, plain. Very important. If you do anything else, it's going to, who knows what's going to do. Maybe put it down on the next line. You've probably experienced that before. Now, I'm going to close header and footer and cross my fingers and hope it's not on the title page, which it's not. And it's not there because I de-linked to previous, and I was only able to de-link to previous because of this section break, not a normal page break, but a section break next page. Okay, that's key. All right. At the end of the paragraph about George Washington, add a citation. All right, so we don't have to be there right now, but I'm going to put my cursor right there. Go to the References tab, Manage Sources. I'm going to make a new one. And this is a book. It says it right there, book, The True George Washington. Book. Our author. I'm actually going to cheat and copy it from the directions. And The True George Washington, I'm also going to copy that from the directions. If you see what I'm talking about, I'm just simply copying from the directions from the sample exam. And wow, 1896 is the year of that book. That's crazy. And the publisher, Lippincott, which who knows if they're still in business. And that's all we have for that. I'm going to hit OK. And at the end of, right here, it says at the end of Lincoln, add this citation. So I'm going to go ahead and put that second citation in here while I have my citation thing open. And that is also a book, Abraham Lincoln and Men of War Times. That's the title. And the author is Alexander Kelly McClune. And the year, also an oldie, 1892. I wonder where I got those from. And the publisher, University of Nebraska Press, which the university must have been brand spanking new at that time. I'm sure Nebraska was a state yet. It must have been. All right, hit OK. So I have two citations. I'm going to close this out. And then right here, notice we put our citations after the letter but before the period, I hit a space bar. That's why it went up around there. I'm going to insert citation, and I'm going to put that George Washington one in here. Oh, by the way, what did I want it to be? I didn't specify the type of citation. We've been using MLA and APA 6th in class. I'm going to do APA 6th. And it did not change it for some reason. But that's all right. You know, I'm going to reinsert that citation. Something wasn't right with that. Okay, there we go. All right. Oops. Okay. So that's that. With that, we have something going on here. Okay. Abraham Lincoln, I'm going to put his citation right there. And then it says at the end, well, let's keep going. At the end of the Jefferson paragraph, add the following footnote. So right here, I'm going to insert a footnote, and it says taken from, this really should be a citation, but I wanted you guys to practice doing a footnote. I'm going to actually, it doesn't say it in the exam, but this is bothering me. I'm going to make it the same font, just so it looks better. Put a table of contents after the title page. So again, you got to be careful. You have to turn the reveal codes on, I think. So I see where that section break is, and I want to go right here, but I want to make sure I'm not goofed up with that. And then I'm going to insert. Even though I'm not going to do another section, I'm just going to put a page break here. And then I'm going to put my cursor in front of that page break, references, table of contents, table of contents. I'm going to make this look better. I'm not going to make this heading style 1 because in case I regenerate my table of contents, I don't want the actual words table of contents in my table of contents, if that makes sense. And I want it to be that, and I want these. I don't know why I didn't copy the font. It usually does when you make a table of contents. But that's it. So I made this very nice table of contents, as you can see. Put a bibliography at the end. So Control End. I'm at the end here. I'm going to insert a what am I going to insert? Our layout. I want our page break, and I'm going to go to references, and I want my bibliography. Just like that. And why is it not taking that font? But anyways, I'll change it to Book Antigua. 10 point. There's my bib. And that's it. I say you have a flyer. I don't know if I'm going to make a flyer or not. But that would be 100% on the word exam if that was your word exam. I might throw in a table. Maybe I haven't made the exam yet. Fix any grammatical errors in spelling. I usually throw in a couple of those for you to fix. But that's really about it. I know I went fast there. Let me scan through it real quick on the video so you can see what it's supposed to look like. By the way, on the website, I do have screenshots of the solution also. You can see here on the web page, here's the instructions, and then I have screenshots of me doing it a while back, and I put these, yeah, you can see how it is. Okay. And that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. I can make another video.